March 15, 1980. The world is captivated by the glamour of Hollywood. The music scene is ablaze with disco fever, and the era of VHS tapes is just beginning. But in the heart of showbiz, a scandal is brewing, one that would peel back the layers of fame and reveal the grit beneath the glitz.
They pushed me into my bathroom. They broke 2 poppers and pushed them under my nose and proceeded to grope me.
Enter Bette Midler, the iconic singer and actress whose career seemed untouchable. Yet behind the scenes, a trove of secrets lurked in her closet, waiting to be aired to the world. Spotlight beginnings. Bette Midler, known as the Divine Miss M, didn't just appear in the spotlight. Her journey to fame was filled with grit and determination. Born on December 1, 1945 in Honolulu, Hawaii, Bette's early life was far from the glamorous world she would one day inhabit. Raised in one of the few Jewish families in a predominantly Asian neighborhood, Midler felt like an outsider from a young age. This feeling of not belonging would later fuel her drive to stand out and be heard. Her first foray into the entertainment world began in the realm of theater. After attending the University of Hawaii, Bette made a bold move to New York City. It was 1965, and the city was a melting pot of artistic experimentation and expression. With just a few dollars in her pocket, Midler took the risk, diving headfirst into the bustling New York theater scene. Her early days in New York were tough. Bette recalls, "I arrived in New York with $25 in my pocket. It was the scariest moment of my life." She faced countless rejections and survived on odd jobs. But her breakout moment came when she landed a role in the Broadway musical Fiddler on the Roof. Playing Tzeitel, she earned critical acclaim and a foothold in the competitive world of Broadway. As she gained a small but loyal following, Bette began to perform at the Continental Baths, a popular gay bathhouse. This venue, unconventional as it was, became the launching pad for her unique style. Her performances were not just about singing, they were an amalgamation of comedy, theater, and music. Her pianist, Barry Manilow, who accompanied her on the piano during those early bathhouse days, said, "She was magic. It was clear she was going places. People couldn't get enough of her." It was at the Continental Baths that Bette developed her persona as the Divine Miss M. Her shows were flamboyant and spirited, mixing cabaret and pop music with a campy flair that resonated with the gay community and beyond. She transformed each performance into a spectacle, a trait that would become her trademark throughout her career. In 1972, Bette released her debut album, The Divine Miss M, produced by Barry Manilow. The album was a hit, reaching gold status and earning her a Grammy for Best New Artist. Songs like Do You Wanna Dance?
Do you wanna dance?
And Boogie Woogie Bugle Boy
He's the boogie woogie bugle boy, probably me. I truly am Judy Rose, an angel of God.
Showcased her dynamic vocal range and her ability to reinterpret classic songs with a fresh twist. Reflecting on her rise to stardom, Bette said, "I was never the prettiest. I was never the most talented. I was probably always the loudest." This self-awareness and humor became part of her appeal. Her ability to laugh at herself, to make others laugh, and yet touch them with her music was a powerful combination. In the early 1970s, her career took a big step forward. She started performing in New York's nightclubs, bringing a mix of energy, comedy, and a powerful voice. Her fame grew, making her a big name in music and entertainment. Bette Midler's rise to fame is a story of never giving up and being creative. From being a newcomer in Honolulu to becoming a famous figure in America's entertainment hub, she showed how tough she was and how special her talent was. Every step she took in her career added to her success, making her the amazing performer she is today. Controversies and clashes. Bette Midler's career is marked not only by her talent, but also by her involvement in several controversies. These instances highlight her willingness to speak her mind. This occasionally steps into the realms of public debates and disputes. Before her breakthrough, Bette Midler performed in small clubs and cabarets. Here, she blended singing, comedy, and a touch of burlesque into unconventional acts. Her raw energy, willingness to push boundaries, and fearless expression resonated with audiences. Critics recognized her authenticity and praised her ability to connect with diverse crowds. Bette's journey from intimate venues to stardom showcased her creativity. It left an indelible mark on the entertainment industry, One of the most talked about controversies involving Bette Midler occurred in the late 1980s. In an interview with Barbara Walters, Midler accused famous talk show host Geraldo Rivera of groping her in the 1970s during the early days of her career. Midler described the encounter as an assault, saying, "Geraldo and his producer pushed me into a bathroom, and they broke 2 poppers and pushed them under my nose and proceeded to grope me." Rivera initially dismissed the claims but later issued an apology, citing the tawdry 70s as a backdrop for behavior he regretted. Years later, this incident resurfaced in the media. It contributed to discussions about sexual harassment in the entertainment industry. Another significant clash involved Bette's outspoken criticism of political figures and events. Midler, famous for her sharp wit, didn't shy away from politics during the 2016 election. She often criticized Donald Trump on social media. This drew both support and backlash. In 2019, she apologized for a tweet about Melania Trump, saying it was too harsh. Bette's penchant for speaking out extends to social issues as well. She's a vocal advocate for environmental causes and LGBTQ+ rights, using her platform to raise awareness and support. However, her passionate advocacy has led to misunderstandings and criticism. Some find her comments too extreme or insensitive. In 2018, Midler faced backlash for a tweet that many perceived as racially insensitive. She quoted Yoko Ono saying, "Woman is the N-word of the world," in an attempt to convey the struggles of women globally. Critics quickly condemned Midler for equating women's experiences with racial slurs faced by Black people. Midler apologized, admitting she used an overly extreme quote to illustrate women's oppression. Despite the controversies, Bette Midler's career hasn't been greatly affected by her outspokenness. Instead, these moments have often sparked broader conversations about the issues she addresses. Reflecting on her tendency to speak boldly, Midler once said, "I never know when to keep my mouth shut. I'm a person who has opinions and they burst out of me like rockets." Personal challenges. Bette Midler's road to fame had its rough patches. Beyond the laughter and her bold stage presence, she faced personal challenges that really tested her. These obstacles not only shaped her career, but also shaped who she is as a person. Bette faced a big challenge with anxiety and depression. Despite her lively image, she's talked openly about feeling lonely and stressed, especially at the peak of her career. She shared how the pressure of performing and being in the public eye affected her mental health. In an interview with Oprah Winfrey, she admitted to days when she just went home and cried because the pressure was so intense. By openly discussing her struggles, she's shed light on mental health in entertainment. This has sparked conversations that were rare when she started her career. Adding to her challenges were the physical demands of her performances. Bette's known for her lively and sometimes demanding shows. She often pushed herself to the limit, leading to several on-stage injuries. In the mid-1990s, during one tour, she herniated a disc from a fall and needed surgery. This made her rethink her performance style and put her health first over showmanship. Moreover, Bette had to juggle her career with being a mom. After her daughter Sophie was born in 1986, Bette struggled to balance her busy career with her desire to be there for her child. She's openly discussed the guilt and emotional challenges she faced during that time. She reflected on the compromises and sacrifices she had to make. "Finding a balance between work and family is always a struggle for everyone," Midler remarked in an interview with People magazine. Her experiences strike a chord with many working parents who aim to balance career success with family duties. Another challenge for Bette Midler was being a woman in an industry with sexism. She's spoken out about how she had to fight harder for opportunities and respect. Despite this, her persistence not only led to her success, but also paved the way for female artists after her. Through all these challenges, Bette Midler's resilience has been a constant theme. Her ability to confront and openly discuss her struggles has made her an inspiring figure to many. Her longtime friend and collaborator, Barry Manilow, noted, "Bette has a strength that's admirable. She's been through a lot, but she always comes out fighting." Relationships and rivalries. Bette Midler's career is shaped by her talent, relationships, and rivalries. These connections boost her creativity and sometimes get public attention. Bette had a significant professional bond with Barry Manilow. He arranged her early albums and joined her at the Continental Baths. This partnership shaped Midler's signature sound. They deeply respected each other and had creative chemistry. Midler said, "Barry saw something in me that no one else did. He saw the madness and the magic. Together we could make music that made sense." However, their careers went different ways, causing strains. Despite this, they've remained lifelong friends. Occasionally, they perform together on stage and in the studio. On the other hand, Midler's career has seen its share of public rivalries. One notable feud was with film critic Pauline Kael, who harshly criticized Midler's early film performances. Kael's reviews weren't just about work, they often attacked Midler personally, targeting her appearance and acting skills. Midler, never one to back down, publicly labeled Kael a crazy old lady, escalating their feud. This rivalry highlighted the difficulties Midler encountered as she moved from music to film, showing the intense scrutiny she faced in her diverse career. Another impactful relationship in Midler's life was her friendship with Cher, a fellow entertainer. Both stars gained fame simultaneously and had flamboyant styles and bold personalities. Despite their strong friendship and mutual admiration, there was also a sense of competition, especially in the 1980s and 1990s, as they competed for similar Hollywood roles. This rivalry was friendly, but pushed each to better her performances in both music and film. Bette didn't just feud with individuals, she also took on broader issues. In the late 1990s, she publicly slammed Disney for what she saw as low production values in their TV projects. Her outspokenness grabbed media attention and sparked a debate about how artists are treated in big entertainment companies. Despite the risk of damaging relationships, Midler's confrontational approach often highlighted issues that many in Hollywood avoided discussing openly. Her relationship with the gay community has been another cornerstone of her career. Midler has long been a gay icon, and her early performances in gay bathhouses helped cement this status. She has often spoken passionately about LGBTQ+ rights, and her advocacy work has endeared her to many in the community. Reflecting on this relationship, Midler once remarked, "I kind of wound up in the community. They accepted me, and I had never felt so at home." Beyond the dirty closet. Bette Midler's artistic journey shows her remarkable talent to adapt and innovate in various entertainment fields. From Broadway to Hollywood and the music industry, she's proven her versatility and lasting charm. Early on, Midler dazzled audiences with her lively stage acts, blending music, comedy, and theatricality. Her performances at the Continental Baths in the early 1970s mixed cabaret and pop music with her bold humor, winning over New York's tough entertainment crowd. Moving into the music world, Midler's albums showcased her diverse musical tastes, from jazz and blues to rock and disco. Her first album, The Divine Miss M, was a hit, winning her a Grammy and establishing her as a musical powerhouse. Over time, her music matured, delving into deeper themes, especially in albums like Some People's Lives and Betty. These records reveal her growth as a singer and her talent for conveying profound emotions, moving past the energetic image of her early days. Midler's foray into film offered another avenue for artistic growth. In The Rose, 1979, Midler made a notable shift from music to acting. It earned an Academy Award nomination and proved her talent beyond singing. This role broadened her audience and established her as a capable actress. Over the years, she tackled diverse roles in films like Beaches, Hocus Pocus, and The First Wives Club. Each role let her delve into different character dynamics, showcasing her versatility. Her involvement in television and theater also highlights her adaptability. On Broadway, her performances in productions like Fiddler on the Roof and her triumphant return in Hello, Dolly were critically acclaimed, the latter earning her a Tony Award. Her TV specials and appearances highlighted her dynamic presence and comedic timing. This made her a beloved figure in American homes. Throughout her career, Midler has evolved artistically and influenced the entertainment industry. Her fearless approach to blending genres and mediums has opened doors for artists to break traditional boundaries. Reflecting on her career, Midler said, "I always tried to go where I felt I could learn something new, even if it scared me." This philosophy has led her to constantly reinvent herself and stay relevant in the ever-changing entertainment world. Bette Midler off stage. Bette Midler goes beyond the stage and screen. She's dedicated to environmental causes and social activism, aiming to make a difference. One big offstage contribution is her environmental advocacy. In 1995, she started the New York Restoration Project, NYRP. It fixes up neglected parks in poorer parts of New York City. The NYRP doesn't just plant trees and fix gardens, it also teaches about the environment. Bette's love for New York City drove her to start the NYRP. She was shocked at how the city, especially the parks, had gone downhill. Under her lead, the project planted tons of trees and made public spaces better, improving life for many New Yorkers. Midler's activism covers various social issues. She's a strong supporter of LGBTQ+ rights, often speaking out against discrimination and backing AIDS awareness and research. Her early shows in gay bathhouses and her support during the AIDS crisis made her a respected ally and icon in the LGBTQ+ community. "The community always supported me, and it was important to me to be there for them," she said in an interview, showing her bond with the LGBTQ+ community. She's also into social change through politics. Throughout her career, she's been vocal about her political views, pushing for women's rights and opposing political figures and policies she disagrees with. Her bold statements, while sometimes causing a stir, show her commitment to using her voice for advocacy. Bette Midler is deeply involved in charity work, from benefit performances for disaster relief to donations for various causes. She believes in supporting a wide range of initiatives to make the biggest difference. "I find that giving spreads, and it gets your mind into a place where it seems to bring more to you," she says, explaining her giving philosophy. Aside from activism, Midler's impact is also felt in entertainment through mentoring younger artists. She's often a guiding figure for new talent, offering advice and support in navigating Hollywood and Broadway. Her role as a mentor shows her dedication to nurturing the next generation of performers and creators. Media and public perception. Bette Midler's relationship with the media and the public has been a complex interplay of admiration, scrutiny, and occasional controversy. Her persona, both on stage and off, has significantly influenced how she is perceived by fans and critics alike. From the start, Bette Midler's flamboyant style and bold personality captured the attention of the media. Her rise to fame in the early 1970s was marked by enthusiastic coverage, especially in New York's vibrant cultural press. She was often celebrated as a breath of fresh air in the entertainment industry. She brought a mix of burlesque and Broadway to the mainstream music scene. Magazines and newspapers highlighted her unique blend of comedy, music, and drama. This set her apart from more conventional performers of the time. However, as her fame grew, so did the scrutiny. The media often focused on her outspoken nature and her willingness to discuss controversial topics openly. This candor was a double-edged sword. While it endeared her to fans who appreciated her honesty, it also led to a backlash. It's when her comments were taken out of context or deemed too provocative. The dynamic nature of her public image made her a regular feature in both tabloids and more reputable publications, each eager to capture a piece of the divine Miss M. The advent of social media added a new dimension to Midler's public perception. It provided a platform for her to speak directly to her audience, bypassing traditional media filters. Bette used this to her advantage. She shared thoughts on current events, personal insights, and behind-the-scenes glimpses into her life and work. However, this direct line to the public also meant that her missteps were instantly amplified. Tweets that were intended to be humorous or ironic sometimes fell flat or sparked controversy. Her film roles and musical projects have also shaped public perception of Midler, which often reflect her personal values and social commitments. Films like Beaches and The First Wives Club reinforced her image as a strong, independent woman. Meanwhile, her albums and live performances showcased her range and depth as an artist. It continually renewed her relevance in the entertainment industry. Over the decades, Midler has not only maintained her relevance, but also continued to contribute meaningfully to both her industry and the causes close to her heart. Midler's recent projects reflect her ongoing commitment to her craft. In 2017, she returned to Broadway in a revival of Hello, Dolly, which was met with critical acclaim and commercial success. Her portrayal of Dolly Levi won her the Tony Award for Best Actress in a Musical, underscoring her enduring talent and appeal. This role was a full-circle moment, showcasing her ability to captivate audiences just as powerfully as she did in her early career. The success of the show demonstrated her timeless appeal and the deep affection in which fans hold her across generations. Midler's recent activities also reflect her ongoing dedication to activism, particularly in environmental and social justice causes. Her work with the New York Restoration Project has continued to thrive. Her new initiatives and community projects build on her vision of a greener, more sustainable New York City. She's now tackling more big issues like climate change and fairness. It shows how she's committed to using her fame to make a difference for the better. Understanding Bette Midler's dirty closet. Bette Midler's dirty closet is not filled with secrets. Instead, it shows her true self. She has always been open about her life and challenges. This includes her public arguments and her strong opinions on social and political issues. She does not hide her views, even when they cause debates. Midler's closet also holds her personal struggles. She talks openly about the pressures of fame and its impact on her mental health. She shares her experiences to help others understand these issues better. She also discusses the challenges of being a woman in the entertainment industry. So, Bette Midler's dirty closet is about her life of honesty and courage. It includes her fights for social change and her role as a leader who speaks up. Her closet shows her as a real person, not just a star.